Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery. Welcome to today's 5-Minute Friday, and we have a fantastic colourful one for you today that will bring flowers all through the summer until the first frosts. So before I start planting up, one thing to note is that it's a lovely sunny day here, but the time we're recording this, and even into early part of June, it is still physically possible to get frosts. So begonias, which we are planting up today, in theory, well, not in theory, in practice, I wouldn't actually put outside till, it would depend on what area you're in, maybe beginning of June, middle of June. So bear that in mind, and if you do want to put them out because it's really, really warm, just keep an eye on the weather. It'll be the cold nights that will probably get them. So wanted to say that just before we started planting them up. Okay, so I've got a container and I've filled it almost all the way up. I'm just going to top it up, just leaving it shy of the top. If you've seen our videos before, it just makes it easier to water if we're not all the way to the top. Okay, so I've gone for a fairly simple container with these begonias, and I think if you're new to planting up containers, I think simple often works much, much better. So I've just got two colours, red and white, which we all know work really well together. And what I've done is I'm going to plant trailing begonia around the outside and upright begonia in the inside. So I'm going to get a bit of height on the middle of the container, and then I'm going to get flowers and foliage cascading over the side. So what I want to do first, I've got 3 of each plant, is actually make the holes where the plants are going to go. So this fantastic red upright Sunbrero begonia, which has got, we were saying just before filming that it's got fantastic, really nice red flowers to it. That's going to go on the inside. And then a trailing begonia, which is the white, is going to go on the outside to trail over the side, just like that. So what I want to do is make 3 holes, centre-ish. So if this is the centre of my container here, I'm going to do 3 holes in a triangle in the centre. It doesn't have to be exact, you don't need to get your tape measure out or anything like that. The plants grow and cover over any imperfections anyway. And I'll plant the uprights first, so the red one. So I've made the holes just a little bit bigger than the root ball, so I can just pop the plants in with no issue at all. I'm not compacting the soil. And plants never grow exactly upright or anything like that, so once you've made your triangle, you'll find that some plants grow a little bit more that way, others grow that way, but it soon sorts itself out. So that's the upright done. And then, because you've got your triangle here, you've kind of got some straight sides of the triangle. And on those straight sides, I'm going to make 3 holes, 4 and 1 above here, for the trailing. So I'll make those holes a bit bigger, just again a little bit larger than the root ball. So what we don't want to do is compact compost when we put it in, just makes it harder for the plant to root into. And when you first plant a container, you want it to get away as quickly as possible. So I just pop the trailing into these holes. Now you'll notice I've done these holes much closer to the outside. So, and I'll show you why. You have to use your imagination, but I'll try and show you why anyway. So these ones towards the edge, we want to trail over the outside and to get this sea of white here. And these ones are going to grow slightly out and fill this gap here, and slightly inside and fill this gap in the centre here. So it's as simple as that. And you can see, if I just manipulate this, how well these 2 colours go together. So now what I want to do is give it a good water. And like I said, depending on weather, don't necessarily put it outside, but if you've got fantastic days, it's probably at least 22 degrees here today. Fine outside, obviously, during the day. But keep an eye on the weather. We don't want any frosts on this because it will kill them. And even cold winds could damage them. So give it a good water, let it settle in. And before you know it, it will fill over. And, well, you're enjoying flowers already, but it'll fill over and look fantastic on the patio, outside the front door, something like that. Any questions at all, get in contact. See you soon.